welcome back to my video, and today we're going to do a Valorant Agents tier list. Obviously this is just based off solo queue. So obviously I'm gold. You'll probably say, what does a gold know? I don't really care what you guys think. I'll give my tier list and this is what I think, like based on, like, you know, based on today. Also we got Clove in today as well, so yeah. If you disagree, if you just give me your ideal tier list, you can share it to me. Just share the link and just send it to me, or just just share it, put it in the comments, and I'll have a look at myself. But yeah, this is based on just solo queue. So if you just go on solo queue, how in today's game with all the like agent changes and everything, like how good, like how effective are they when you solo queue? So Breach. I think Breach is a decently good solo queue, like agent. He's definitely not a C or D, but he's more above B. He's not an S. So the thing is, he's pretty slow. Like, you take advantage, you have to stun, then you have to flash. It takes a decent amount of time. He's like a very slow agent. But regardless, like if you just rush, like just take on fights by yourself, you can flash, you can aftershock, you can stun. It's kind of OP if you use him correctly. So that's why I don't think he's at the S, but I think I'll put him on the A tier, in my opinion. Brim, obviously the longest lasting smokes in the game. For solo queue, so the thing is, like climbing on like controller, like just playing controller is kind of hard. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you can like smoke for your team, and then I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't want to get too much into it and then yap on for like 5 minutes on why this guy's bad. Like Brim's good, but there are better controllers. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got Omen here. But he is good. He has the longest lasting smokes. He has a molly, he has a stim, so good rotates. But his just range just not good. So he'd either always have to play mid or CT on like. Also, if you're attacking, it's fine. But I'm saying if you're defense, you can't just smoke anywhere you are. So he's good, but I'll probably say C tier. Cypher, S tier. I'd have to say anything. If you play the game long enough, you know that he's S tier. He is probably the best sentinel so far. Jett, even after nerfs, if played correctly, she has a free gun basically after ult, like ult's 5 knives. It's good. After the buffs. After the nerf, they took away a 1-up draft. Oh, she got super nerfed. 1-up draft. Her dash is faster, so instead of 11 seconds, you have to pop it. You have to use it within 7-second frame. But I think that brings up the skill a bit more. So you have to like value your utility. You know what I'm saying? So since you're valuing, you have to value your updraft a bit more because you only have one. You have to value your dash because it only lost 7 seconds. So you can pop your dash. Instead of having 4 extra seconds, you have 4 less seconds to use it, which is a lot of time. She's not an S tier, but she'd probably be A tier. Omen's really good. I think Omen's like really good for solo queue as well. Like it's probably the best. Like it's the second best control. I think Clove is now the best for solo queue. With Omen, you can just flash onto site, take fights by yourself, TP. You can do a lot of crazy plays just playing by yourself. The 10's got shifted onto Omen, and he's been playing amazing. If you've seen that recently, go check it out. But yeah, Omen, I'd probably have to say A tier. Phoenix. See, this is the thing. Because Cypher is so good, Phoenix, like it's really hard to Phoenix to entry because he's just gonna get caught by his trips. I was gonna say triers, but what's wrong with me? So he's just gonna get caught by his trips, right? But the thing is, he can't gain as much space as Jett or Raze or something. You know what I'm saying? But his solo, like in terms of solo queue, like his kit, he's considered one of the best flashes in the game because you can't flip and react. You just can't bust the corner, boom, you know. It's just there. It's just in your face. So basically, I probably put at B tier. It's because he can't really gain much space as he's supposed to as a duelist. But since his kit is so good, he has a wall, he has a flash, he has a molly, and he has an ult that can get maybe every 3 rounds. If you like get 2 kills, he has 6 ult orbs. I'm pretty sure. He gets an orb every he can get his ult every 3 rounds, which is pretty cool to me. You know what I'm saying? But he's just not at the A tier level, so I'm gonna say B tier. But he just can't get space. Raze, I don't know. I think, like I said, it'd be a contradiction if I was to say Raze is B tier. I'm gonna say Raze is A tier because Raze can do the same thing. Not the same thing as Jett. Raze can actually gain space. Raze can actually double satchels over the trips. Do you know what I'm saying? Raze can actually just double satchel over the trips and nade off the trips and everything. Obviously, Jett is highly dependent on U2 as well, but I can just up, drop, and dash and I'm on site. And then I can put pressure on the Cypher and just kill him. And then boom, everyone can get on. Sage. I think she's a good sentinel. She is a good sentinel, but it's like her wall is 400, right? Her wall is 400. She has two slow orbs, but it's just like it's on see. It's like I don't know. Sage is a good sentinel. Like, don't get me wrong. She can slow down pushes and everything. Um, I don't know. It's just like on Cypher, like at least with Cypher, you put up cages and not expose yourself and just kill them through a cage. With KJ, you could just do that passive damage. You can do at least damage to them. You just slow them down. You just slow the entire push down. She's not a D tier or C tier, but she's definitely not an S tier. So I might have to put her A tier. Sova, S tier. Sova is just the best info base in this year, in my opinion. Fade's been coming up with her books as well. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, so I think Sova is just S tier this year. You can just dart from anywhere. Get like, if you have like the perfect, not the perfect dart, but if you can dart properly, if you're like average Jonas, you can get so much info. Like you have a dart, like bro, you have a dart, you have a drone, you have an ult. Like it's such a good info base in this year. You know what I'm saying? It just helps. You have shot dust to get people off the bomb. You can play post plant. I just think like Sova's actually S tier in this year. Viper. Okay. I think if played correctly, she is an S tier. Controller. You can lurk with Viper. Your wall is really nice. You have your ult is probably Viper's ult is probably the worst to play in. It's probably the worst ult to play against. It's not play in, sorry, play against. Sorry. But yeah, and also if you have no sentinels, she can hold the site by herself. She has an orb. She has a wall, she has mollies, so she can easily slow down the push. She can have a wall, especially on bind, she can have a wall for showers and hookah and garden. You know what I'm saying? Just goes right through to the TP and everything. Then she can put an orb on A, and then she can hold so many stuff at once. Not like the entire map, but I'm saying she can hold a site by herself. You know what I'm saying? If you pair like Cypher and Viper together, you shouldn't really be getting through if played correctly. I think if played correctly it's S tier, but by default it'll probably be A tier. But I'm just gonna put it S tier. You know what I'm saying? Reyna for solo queue S tier. Solo queue. If you're able to frag out with Reyna, the thing is actually if Phoenix is here, let me think about this. I don't think she's S tier, right? I think, like I said, it would be a contradiction. It would be a contradiction if I was to put it S tier. So I would put it here. It's because Phoenix and Reyna, like, I don't know, they're not the same. They both have flashes. Reyna, I think just, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. It's more like they're not the same. They're not the same, but their kit is suited for taking like more solo fights. You know what I'm saying? They're better for like taking solo fights. Like both of these guys are good solo queue agents, but yeah, again, it's just Cypher, Viper, Sova. You know what I'm saying? It's just these three right here. Like, I don't know. Like these guys are probably just good secondary duelists. They're like Jett and Raze can just not solo entry, but just entry, take site, take space, get one, get two, maybe and die, get one, die, whatever. But with Reyna, you go into a trip, you're dead. Phoenix, you go into a trip, you're dead. You're dead. This guy right here. Um, but I don't know. Cypher's not in every game, but then yeah, again, I would have to put this and this, but it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I would have to put these two up here, which doesn't make sense at all, in my opinion. But yeah, she's good. She is good, but I don't know. You're so dependent on getting a kill, and then you could just dismiss through the trips. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, it's I don't know. These guys, like I said, if these guys play their role correctly, you shouldn't be able to just walk into the site. You know, KJ could put her. She's better than I think she's better than Sage. I'd put her S tier, A tier. Yeah, I just had to put her S tier. She's just better than Sage. Like Cypher has a like um Cypher can watch like mid or something. He can have a chip for flank. KJ can have a turret for flank. I don't know Sage. What does Sage have? You know what I'm saying? It's just I think just KJ is just better. Like Cypher and KJ are just better than Sage. Sage is good, but just not better than Center. Sage is good, but she's just not better than KJ or Cypher. You know what I'm saying? Skye. So as an initiator for solo queue, I'll put her here. Okay. For solo queue, I'll put her here. But since she can't like refresh flashes, so she only has two for the entire game. I'll probably have to put her down here. You know what I'm saying? Not used to. She's still a good one, but not as good as she used to. Because you could refresh like the flash, your flashes will come back, and you would have like not constant info, but you'd always have some form like to get info. Use your dog, your dog's gone. Use your two flashes, your flashes are gone. What do you have? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like Omen. He can smoke after again. Like Omen, after he smokes right now, you get it back. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's not info, but I'm just saying here's utility refresh. Oh, I'm not saying all these guys here have to have the utility to refresh. It doesn't have to refresh. But I'm saying since hers used to refresh and it just took that away, that was like the good thing about her. But there's other good things as well. But I'm not gonna get to that. Yoru. So most people will say Yoru is poo. He's troll. He's bad. He's terrible. But Yoru have been making the come up. He's been like, you know what I'm saying? He's been making his come up. So everyone's saying he's troll, but when you obviously for solo queue, he can negate Cypher's traps, just TP's past them. If played correctly, he is definitely at S tier level. If played correctly, he's actually a really good agent. If played correctly, he's at an S tier level. Um, and like the thing is, like everyone's just saying, oh, he's troll, he's terrible, only pros are allowed to win. I think pros, like, I think they played them just to prove a point. I think they like when we saw Tens and Asuna like play Yoru and Bind. I think they're just trying to prove like not regardless what agent, but like since everyone calls Yoru troll, when the pros play it, it's not troll because they know how to play it properly. They know how to play. They have like the basic idea. So if they've never played Yoru before and it's like their first time Yoru, they're still gonna have the basic idea of how it works because they've watched Yoru plays like 1,000 times. Oh, he does this, he does that, and they can just adapt. They can just adapt to new agents just like that. I'm not saying they'll be the best at it. Of course not. If you had a Yoru main, a Yoru pro main, Yoru pro would probably be most likely better. But I'm saying tens. Obviously, tens play Yoru like many times before, but I'm pretty sure if tens just hopped on Yoru tomorrow, like his first time, he would be good at it because he knows how to adapt. He says, okay, this is how his flash works. This is what Yoru to players do. The TP here, da. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So if played correctly, he is an S tier player and my S tier agent, in my opinion. His ult, he can fully scan an entire site with his ult. He can fake a site. He can just TP from A to B. You know what I'm saying? He can get from one side of it to other with like a decent amount of time as well on the TP. His flashes he has some crazy flashes as well. So like I said, if he's correctly, he is an S tier player and he not completely counters it, but yeah. Astra. So when people think of Astra, they'll probably say D, but she's not. She's definitely not a D tier player. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely not a D tier player. like I said, I'm saying if used correctly, she's easily an S tier. So the thing is, she can smoke, concuss, and suck. Whoa, wait, pause. She can like suck from anywhere on the map, anywhere. But the only problem for solo queue, just because it's solo queue, it probably be here. And let me tell you why. It's because in solo queue, you to get this amount of coordination to like manage like it's just not gonna happen in a solo queue game. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna smoke, I'm gonna concuss, and then I'm gonna stun here, not concuss, I'm gonna suck here. You know what I'm saying? The amount of coordination it takes to manage Astra or to play with Astra is insane. You know what I'm saying? At least with Omen, you say, okay, I want to split, I'm gonna go in sewers, I'm gonna flash top ramp, and then that's it, and then boom, job done. Astra, I had to put stars all over the place like a solar system and say, okay, I'm gonna suck this one. They don't even know what star I'm aiming for. Like, it's just a lot of coordination. You know what I'm saying? And you only have 25 seconds left on the clock or something, like before the barriers go down. I don't know. It's just coordination problem. You know what I'm saying? But as the agent itself, the coordination just brings it down, so no one really plays her anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like it's considered like probably the hardest controller. It's hard to learn like Astra like properly to play Astra properly. You know what I'm saying? But like she is really good. Like I said, if you play her properly, if you play any of these agents properly, Omen could easily be here, Raze could easily be here. You know what I'm saying? But based on what I see, I'm only a gold player, don't expect too much. Yeah, Astra's probably here. And I couldn't put her with Brim. You know what I'm saying? She had to be B tier. I could not put her D tier. I could not put her with Brim because she can smoke all around the map. But since like she's so good, even though with the coordination problems, she's still okay. KO solo queue S tier. He completely shuts off Cypher. Completely shuts off KJ. Viper. Like if you knife correctly, you do that knives. You can solo push. He's basically a duelist. You know what I'm saying? He's practically a duelist. You can just go in, flash, boom, molly something off, and then that's it. But then I don't know. He's not always. I don't know. I haven't really seen him get used like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm not sure if I should bump him down to A. I'm not sure if I should bump him down to A. But I feel like if he got a buff, then he'll be the S tier level. Come to think of it, but I think I'll just keep him A for now. Let me know. I'm not sure about KO. I'm not sure about KO. KO is good for solo queue, really good, like pretty good for solo queue. But I feel like, okay, so he has 2 flashes, 1 molly, his ult that cancels everyone's ult, so he completely cancels this guy. But yeah, I don't know. Like KO's kit is very basic, molly, flash, knife, just super basic. But I don't know what it is that can get him to the S tier level. He doesn't really give the biggest, hugest problems. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just gonna keep him at A tier. If he gets like a buff, he'll definitely be S tier. But I don't know, just keep an A tier for now. Chamber, everyone would just say, oh, he's poo. He got nerfed a bazillion times. But this is the thing. I don't think he is a D tier player. He's probably here. This is because, like, number one, you're on pistol, you can go like 5 bullets or 4 or 5 bullets, and that will one-tap headshot from any range. So that basically automatically makes it better than a sheriff. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you can spend less than a sheriff and get an easy one-tap from any range. You can play aggressive with chamber, have a one-tap bullet, one-tap headshot bullet, and then get out and then not be able to get traded. You know what I'm saying? So you're plus 1, you got 1, you get a free gun from your ult, you have a trip for flank. Like, it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? But if, like I said, if played correct, he's not insane for stopping pushes for a sentinel. For a sentinel, he doesn't really serve his job role. It's all dependent, it's all aim dependent. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing. So if you're like left alone on site, you get 1 TP, but if you have no support, it just bumps you down to A tier. It's not terrible. I think people just cry too much. Like, Chamber, you got nerfed. I can't play him. No, he's still a good agent. He can pick something. TP. He can click. Boom. TP out. He's done. You know what I'm saying? Or 55 on Jett or something. Boom. He's in there and he's out. He has a free gun as well. Free up. I don't know what else you want from this guy. You know what I'm saying? But he's still a decent, he's still a decent agent. You know what I'm saying? Neon. It's just because of Cypher. I think it's just because of Cypher, honestly. It's because of Cypher, you know what I'm saying? You can't just run on site, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just, run on site and then not expect to get caught by a trip. If you break the trips, then fine. You can just run backside, slide in his DMs, easy. But yeah, you just can't. For solo queue though, the thing is, dealing with a neon, can be very annoying. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with a neon can be very, very annoying. But I just don't think it would make sense to put it up here when, she has no util, to disobey the troops. Because Cypher is OP. Not OP, sorry. Cypher is good. Cypher is really good. Cypher is really, really good, you know what I'm saying? Not unbreakable trips, but his trips just goes on forever. His trips are, annoying. Yeah, I just don't think he's at the A-tier level. She can't, if she gets caught by the trip, she's dead. Unless the person Cypher has, dexterity issues and he has reaction time issues and he's like, oh, someone's on my screen, I didn't realise. I don't know, but, I don't know, I just don't think she's here. I just don't think she's here, you know what I'm saying? Also, I don't know. Nah, I just don't think I think she's B tier. Fade, S tier. Instantly. You can say maybe I'm being insane, but Fade is really good. The pair ups you have, the amount of we've seen Fade on the come up as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are starting to pick Fade a lot more. But for solo queue is you have really good retake ult. You can retake with your ult. It's so good, really helpful. Your dogs, you clear close corners because there's a lot more, not clearable corners, but it's you can just flash out more people. Do you get what I'm saying? You can flash out more people, and you're the only agent that can not the only agent. Omen could do it as well, but remove people's sound. When you get when you get ulted, it's just that you can't hear. Obviously you can see it's not an excuse, but I don't know. I feel her util's so good. You know what I'm saying? It's super good. So I think like I said, Sova and Fade, they've been getting picked a lot more recently, and that's a reason. That has to be a reason why people are picking a lot more, right? Same thing with Cypher. Harbor. Okay, so Harbor's good, but it's okay. So he's good, right? But he can't smoke. He has a wall. He's good if you're hitting one site. He's good, but if you're on CT, you can't do anything. If you're on CT and if you're a sole controller, you cannot play this guy as a sole controller. There's no way you can. If you're playing Harbor, you need to have double controller. Period. Period. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's kind of hard to decide. I wish it was a 0.5. I wish I could put him here. You know what I'm saying? But on T, it's the same thing with Brim. On T, Brim's gonna be with you all the time. He'll smoke for you, CT and market, whatever. Boom, done. But when you're playing on CT, bro, he only can wall off one site. Do you know what I'm saying? And the other site's free. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense for me to put him here. Like to be honest, Brim should be here and he should be here. At least Brim can like stay. At least you have like I don't know. At least you have an alternative. Like you can't just play on one side. But with Harbour, you can't play mid. I know your Utah just doesn't work like that. Your cascades are pointless on CT. Not pointless, but like if you want to stop pushes, you have to play on one side. So you had to put double controller. Sorry, I had to yawn. Yeah. So you have to put double controller when you're playing. Um, when you're playing with Harbour, you just have to play secondary controller. If you're playing Omen Harbour, fine. You're playing Viper, maybe not Viper Harbour, but like if you're playing Brim Harbour, fine. If you're playing Clove Harbour, fine. Yeah, I'm saying, but you can't play Harbour solo. And obviously, just for solo queue, even for solo queue, like it just doesn't work. It just I don't think it works. I might be wrong. I'm gold, yeah, sure, but I just, yeah, it just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? You have to like run. You have to play mid. You play mid, and I don't know. It just doesn't work, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Gekko. Um, Gekko probably A-tier. I think Gekko A-tier. I think that's fair. To be actually, no. I think S tier. I think. Um, he can regain his ult, his flash, and his wingman. So he can use all of his util twice. Um, or maybe three times if he gets his ult like three times. I've seen a Gekko ult like three times. His util comes back in 10 seconds. Um, like I said, if used correctly, you can flash, you can molly. You can flash, you can molly, you can literally detain someone. Uh, so it's basically like a mixture of not all of them, but you basically do what Breach can do. I'm simple, just a molly. Like you got a flash and you got a stun. Uh, yeah. So yeah, he's pretty good. Um, so he gets info and does damages, but Breach. This is why I think Gekko is like a better Breach in my opinion. Let me tell you why. It's because Breach can't get any info with his util. His util is just meant to help the team, but he can get info and deal damage. So he can do what Breach does, but better. You know what I'm saying? So his flash can get info, but and it won't. Okay, it doesn't have to do damage, but it can do something to them. You know what I'm saying? But his stun doesn't get info, does it? You can stun someone, and not even know you stun someone. You know what I'm saying? But you'll know if you stun someone with Gekko. You know what I'm saying? You'll know if you thrash someone with this. You don't know if you thrash someone with Breach. You get what I'm saying? That's why he's a step above Breach, in my opinion. Deadlock. Um, I think for certain maps, she is good. I.e., Icebox. But I think for like flank, terrible. Uh, like her watching flank, terrible. Her just stopping pushes in general is good. That's why she's like a Sage. These two are they're basically the same thing. Both have walls, both have slow orbs or something to slow them down, to stop them from like practically moving. They're both the same thing, but they both have no flank. Unless I make sound with Deadlock. So that's why she's A tier. Iso, again, he's just here. He is the same. He has the same sort of kit as Reyna. You know what I'm saying? You kill someone, you get to not overheal. You kill someone, you do aim labs, and then you get like a shield I know I blanked out. We get a shield. You're chilling. Solo queue pretty good, but there's no way if you to gain space as a duelist like Jett or Raze. And yeah, that's literally just about it really. Clove. And finally Clove. Okay, so this is the thing. I've never played Clove. I've never played Clove, and I haven't played enough. I haven't played Clove or played against Clove long enough to see like how good she really is. So she's, like I said, she's the best controller for solo queue. But the only issue is her smokes is 1 second, like last 1 second less than Omen. Omen lost 14, hers lost 13. You know what I'm saying? So she's like the least lasting. She has the least longer. She has the least lasting smokes in the game with 13 seconds. But like I said, this is just agents, the best agents for solo queue. So she's because she hasn't been in the game long enough to be S tier. You know what I'm saying? She has not been in the game long enough as these 7 right here. You know what I'm saying? So I might just have to put it A tier because she hasn't been in the game long enough. 2, her smokes don't last that long. 3, she has brim smokes. She has brim smokes, but the only reason why she's on A tier is because she can come back to life. So you can just rush with your ult and be hyper aggressive. After you smoke for your team, you can just completely rush and you won't be useless. You can come back. Number 2, if you die, you can just still smoke for your team, even if you die. So you're still supplying your value. Number 3, you can decay people and take solo fights and to completely deplete their health, obviously decay. So you can do a lot of things just by yourself. You can decay. Imagine you have ult, decay 2 people, kill 2, boom. And you die from the 3rd, you kill the 3rd after coming back. What? So that's why she's just better than Brim. You know what I'm saying? Better than Harbour. And yeah. Yep, so that's it. This is my tier list. Tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm an idiot. Tell me if I'm right. But yeah, if you like it, drop a like. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with your dogs, your cats, your neighbours, your mailman. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching the video and peace.